What's up, man? Welcome back to the channel once again, and it's your boy Watts Arrangements, and we back with another one. So today we got kind of a controversial thing that we're gonna look at. We're gonna look at basically there was a white educator at a very known HBCU that decides to yell at a student. So we're gonna look at the clip. We're also gonna listen to the reporters, and then I'm gonna give my perspective on it. So with that being said, make sure y'all sit back and y'all relax. And one other thing I do want to do, I want to give a shout out to, as y'all see, the No Ideas original podcast. If you love podcasts and you really love very great content, stop by their YouTube channel, man, and listen to them. They have a lot of decent content about mental health and just everything up under the spectrum. So, like I said, if you love listening to podcasts, stop by No Ideas Original. So now, with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and slide on through. All right, everybody, let's get to it.
A white HBCU professor, historically black college university. I happen to be an HBCU professor myself. And this is why I'm angry at this professor. Here it is.
I said, what is your name? Alistair, get out. You have failed this course, whatever your name is.
Oh, wow.
Out!
All right, whoa. Before we, let the newscaster, commentator speak on this, like, what's the backstory? Why is he yelling at the student? That's my first question that comes up, because I need to know why. What's the reasoning behind it? Then I hear him ask for the student's name, but really don't give the student any time to answer. Then ultimately go and say, you're failing this course, get out. Sir, that student pays your salary. You, by any chance, cannot put that kid out of your classroom, to be honest with you. They paid for the class. It's a wrap. So, yeah, I'm not feeling how this is turning out already, but I do need some backstory. But let's keep it going.
Let's put up the picture of this yelling former professor, and I will give you the background. Nashville, Tennessee, a white history professor at an HBCU resigns after a viral video shows him screaming in a student's face.
Now, that's another big thing. This man right here is a history professor at an HBCU. What about our history do he know? I believe in certain courses, you should have people that's in tune with us teaching some of these courses. History being one of them. Because we need to know our history and our true history. Not just something that's fabricated or something that he may feel that sounds good to make him look good. Let's keep rolling.
On Monday, Tennessee State University professor Robert Evans Pickard went viral when a video surfaced titled, "Welcome to the HBCU Experience." It shows this professor aggressively yelling in a student's face. In the video, the professor is getting progressively closer to the student's face as he yells, and I quote, "What is your name? Out, get out. You have failed this course. Whatever your name is." The student had to lay back in his chair to avoid face-to-face confrontation, okay? The account that encouraged people to spread the video later tweeted that the professor in the video is known for that type of behavior towards his students. Okay. The professor is at Tennessee State University and apparently talks to students like this all the time. Something needs to be done. The account tweeted the following hashtags: repost, TSU, racism. He needs to be fired.
Now that's something to put in perspective. If this happens all the time. It's a reoccurring thing. How is he still there? What are y'all holding on to him for? Because I'm going to be honest. Me being an educator, if like teachers were put into that same position, yeah, they would have found their replacement real fast. So I'm not really digging this, but let's keep it rolling.
Okay. Now, I got to say this for the record. Professors typically who engage this way, the administration is aware. I'm telling you, I've worked as a professor since 2016. When you have a problematic professor, the administrative staff is typically aware. Why? At the end of every course, you know what you get as a student? You get a survey.
Right.
And those students will tell the truth about their professor in that survey. It is anonymous.
100%.
So they know. There have been other complaints, all right? In 2021, a student left a comment about this professor at ratemyprofessor.com. Now, if they went to ratemyprofessor.com, you know good and damn well they already complained at the institution site, okay?
Wow, look at this. The quality is a 1. Difficulty at a 5. That don't even make sense. Will take again? No. Wow. Let's keep it going, y'all.
It reads, do not, repeat, do not take this class. This teacher literally set us up to fail. He gives so much information and so many things we have to know, like we're some robots or something. As of right now, I'm struggling with my final exam. I'm trying. We have 8 essay questions. What is wrong with him? Horrible, you will fail, okay? Now, let me say this about education. You have concepts, pedagogy, adagogy, but what these concepts say, and my professorial philosophy, it is up to me to bring the best out of you as a student. I've been a professor for years. I have not failed one student, not one, because I know how to reach students and I give a damn enough to reach them. I have pulled up at students' apartments, knocked on their door to get them out of their homes back to college.
That's a great thing. That's a great thing. It's a good thing that he does that, but then also it could be that thorn that sticks you. Because if the student decides to say something sideways, it can look bad. So, it's a double-edged sword with being a proactive educator like that. Kind of got to be careful about everything. But let's keep it going.
Those are the kind of professors that faculty and administrators should support. But for some reason, people like this, who are very adversarial in many ways, either through academics or through their social behavior, they tend to be treated, I don't know, with a certain level of respect, as if they're teaching lessons. They're not. There's more. Ratings have begun flooding since the incident. Let's put it up. And it alleges the same professor is what? Rude, according to the students, racist, according to the students, makes derogatory comments and yells at the class, leaving him with an overall rating of 1.4 out of 5. Now, even though this is an historically black college and university, I guarantee you, if I had a 1.4 out of 5, I would be a fired professor. I would be no more.
100%.
At a black college. How is he getting away with this? I do not know. Meanwhile, the now former TSU professor has offered his resignation. The reason I quote, I deeply regret what happened in class. I lost my temper and did something I should have never done. I have been under pressure lately, and I have been frustrated with students who pay attention to their cell phones and laptops, then wonder why they get low grades. But that does not excuse my behavior. I apologize to the students and offered my resignation. I am now retired, as I planned anyway. Please respect my privacy. It is over now.
Right there. That last sentence. Please respect my privacy. It is over now. It should not be that simple to get over something like this. First and foremost, we live in the age of technology where everybody has a cell phone, everybody has a laptop, anything, any electronic devices, everybody gets. So what in turn you as the professor do? You use that technology to your advantage. So you should not be frustrated with none of that, because if you use the technology properly, that stuff that they're looking at or they got in your classroom, they won't be looking at it. Now, the level of frustration, yes, I get it, because some teachers love to stick to their old ways as far as paper and pencil. But, we can't stick that way, because what? The attention span is only so long. You also gotta come up out of that old way of thinking. Sometimes you have to incorporate the new with some of the old. He could have easily turned frustration into something, quite entertaining, putting it into perspective of, technology. But I don't know. I really don't like this message that he sent out. I don't, because even though he said they don't excuse his behavior, this is basically him saying that it's the students' fault, because since they're on their cell phones, I get to yell at them and all the other stuff. We all get frustrated. We all have our tactics. But on the collegiate level, most of these kids are grown, 18 and 19. So you as a professor, you keep moving as if you don't see it. And hey, you take all your avenues, try to reach them as much as you can. The ones you can reach, you teach them and you develop them as best as you can. The ones you can't reach, you just gotta let it fall. Like this is how it go. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you are solidified with what you have tried to do in being a great educator. Yes, you would have people that you want to reach but can't reach them because they like a wall. But you still keep trying. You still keep trying. But in his perspective, this has happened multiples of times. So, to be honest, this may be the first message that he has sent out of I don't know how many students. How many students? They said that this is a consistent thing. So, it finally blows out of proportion, and now you want to send a message like this? No, sir. No, sir. It don't slide like that. It don't. Let's keep it rolling, though.
No, sir, it's not over. Let me tell you why it's not over. How many black students did you fail because of your bias?
Boom.
How many black students did you harm because of your rhetoric? How many black scholars did you break because of your lack of sensitivity? How many? Yeah, we have this one on the record. And yes, you are gone, but your damage has been done. I don't give a damn what other professors may say, who you know. Oh, he's a good guy. He's a bad teacher. He's a bad teacher.
Right.
Tennessee State University released the following statement regarding the exiting of this professor. The university is aware of the incident identified in the video clip being distributed in the media, including on social media. TSU does not tolerate unprofessional behavior in its classrooms or otherwise directed at students. The university is committed to providing a healthy and positive academic environment for all students. This incident runs afoul of the standard of behavior we expect from those charged with teaching and serving as role models for our students. The university has taken swift action, including personnel action, to address the incident, and the faculty member shown in the video was immediately removed from the classroom and has been terminated. So according to him, he resigned. According to the institution, he has been terminated. But president, faculty, administrators, please look at the academic background and automatically allow an appeal for any student who received a D or an F in any class he taught. Now that would be forward leadership, now that you have this on the record. AB, thoughts here?
I think it needs to be very clear on whether he actually resigned or whether he was terminated. Because if he resigned, that means he was not punished for what he did, and that the school actually does condone his actions because you didn't take the action to protect those students. The other thing is, this is a white man teaching in a history department at a HBCU. Sir, you knew exactly what you were doing. You knew exactly what you were doing, and you have been getting away with this for a long time, which is why you felt comfortable enough to say, respect my privacy. You don't get privacy when you invade the space and quite frankly, the privacy of that young man who was in your classroom to learn.
Yeah, and thankfully the young man handled himself in a professional manner. Big ups to you for doing that. Could have went a totally different direction.
All right, y'all, so that was the whole little incident that happened at TSU. Now I did give a little rundown during the video, but looking at it is just crazy. It's crazy that, they say terminated, but he says resign. And like the lady said, if he resigned, there was nothing done to correct it. Nothing at all, because he was able to walk in that office, give them their letter of resignation, and leave. Instead of being properly reprimanded, making him do a public apology to the student body. Not just to the students that was in their class, the student body. Because ain't no telling how long this has went on. And for them to tolerate that, like every year there's a survey given. Every year on every professor, on the collegiate level, on the high school level, on the middle school level, there's always a survey that the kids do that is anonymous. And they let you know how they feel about their teacher or professor. And for him to have a rating of a 1, that should have been dealt with a long time ago. So why would they clenching on to him so much? I don't know. I really don't know. Now, if there are some TSU students that has run across this educator, please come in the comment section and let me know, like, what was your experience with this man? Did you have it, or did you know anybody who had the experience with him? Because this is just, it's mind-boggling. First and foremost, my biggest issue is that, like, he's a history teacher at an HBCU. I'm not differentiating white or black. I'm not doing that. But my thing is that you understand that with our history, a lot of it has been lost. And we're now just picking back up on it. And there's a lot of people that knows it, that's like us, that could teach that. So there are key points to where we need to have those teachers in play that really know our history. So look, I did this because it did strike a chord with me. It struck a chord with me because I have came across that. Being in college, you come across certain professors that they just don't sit right with you. And, for them to speak up on it, I commend them. I commend them so much, especially the young man who literally held back, because it could have went left real fast because I know how our tempers are. This man not only hovered over him, but got all in his face, yelling. Sir, at that point, you spitting in my face. I'm really feeling disrespected. And for him to just back up and just look at him and, conduct himself properly, I commend you, young man. But look, there's not too much to say on it. If he actually resigned, yo, TSU, you got some work to do, man. You got some work to do because he shouldn't have never resigned. He should have been terminated and had all of the repercussions thrown at him. Should have. But look, I want y'all to hop in the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about this situation. It's a touchy situation. It's a touchy topic. But these are some of the things that we have to speak on at our schools. Because we got to make sure that we're making our schools better. So, hop in the comment section. Let me know how you felt about this. And with that being said, y'all, look. Peace. Love. A whole lot of hair grease. Keep the HBCUs alive. And we out.